Hey guys, it's Terrell here from the Overlook Theater, aka The Imposter. I've been writing the Bluray Tuesday posts for a couple of years now. I don't know if you guys seen it on my page, that's Terrell88. You know, the guy that buys every Blu-ray. And the guy who hates movies but still buys them. You know, I see your comments. So now we're trying something different. I'm gonna try to be in front of the camera and showcase the stuff that I bought and talk about it a bit more. Since you guys do say that I buy everything that comes out, let's just talk about everything that comes out. First up, we have Jacob's Wife. Jacob's Wife stars Barbara Crampton. You might know her from Reanimator. She played in a Chopping Mall back in the 80s. She used to be a huge scream queen back then. And yeah, she took a little break and then she came back with You're Next, if you guys remember that, a couple years ago. And this is her first starring role since those. A lot of her movies that she made those little cameos in, they've been not too great, in my opinion. They've just been little one-offs or whatnot, but I would highly recommend this. I guess it's more female empowerment type of film. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore. I loved it. I'm usually known as the bloodthirsty one of the group, and watching this, it gave me everything I wanted. Barbara Crampton did really well in this, and I would love to see where this goes if they do a sequel. This was on Shudder, it was a Shudder exclusive, and this was released last week. It has this cool slipcover. I love when movies do come with slipcovers. This doesn't look very bare bones. I hate getting a new movie, and it's okay, just a case, but I love it. It's cool to hold in your hands, you know, the whole digital thing, Netflix, Hulu. That's never been my thing, so if you've been following me for a while now, you see I buy almost everything. I do feel physical media is where it's at. Honestly, because if lately, I was we're looking up a movie, me and my friends looking up movies the other day, oh, these are gone. So it's but if I had that disc, we could just pop that shit in, we're good. But back to this, this here doesn't have very many special features. Special features are kind of cool, especially if you're really into a film. With this one here, we have the making of, it's a featurette, and then there's 2 deleted scenes. Again, I'd highly recommend checking this out. It is certified fresh for a reason. If you guys go by that, I usually don't, because sometimes they don't know what they're talking about, but this is great. Next up for this week, last week actually, was The Walking Dead. I was a huge fan of this show when it first came out, the first 6, 7 seasons. When Glenn died, the whole Negan thing came, and a lot of people fell off. Negan, by the way, is in my opinion now, I actually enjoy that character. I'm a little behind on the series, but season 10, it's crazy that this has lasted 10 seasons. Its final season does air in a few weeks. Part 1 of that, I guess, is going to be split up. But yeah, the 10th season hit is from AMC. They don't do those cool steelbooks like they used to do. Back then, the first 7 seasons have a cool Target steelbook, which was kind of cool for these and the limited edition ones with the statues. Unfortunately, for the last couple seasons, they've just been bare bone releases. But it has a slipcover, so back to that. So that's awesome. Next up, guys, is Spiral. This was supposed to come out last year. This is the 9th film in the Saw film franchise. This copy that I picked up last week is the Best Buy exclusive. It's an exclusive steelbook, only at Best Buy. It was extremely limited. It sold out in seconds. And I had it pre-ordered, thankfully, because trying to get this into the store, it's very difficult. This one was kind of cool. Back to the slipcover conversation, this steelbook actually has a slipcover. Maybe if you guys follow me, have noticed a lot of my steelbooks I don't open. I usually kind of double dip on the ones that I do like, so I can open those and watch those. But for these type of films, I like to collect them in its original packaging. But if I were to open these, or if you are the collector that does want to protect your steelbooks, this edition does have a slip, a cool clear slip, which is awesome. Yeah, a lot of their Best Buy has been doing with their releases. They have been releasing a lot of their steelbooks with slipcovers, which is awesome. Coming out this week, actually, for July 27th, The Quiet Place 2 is hitting stores, and Best Buy is actually doing a steelbook similar to this. I'm hoping it has a slip. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't seen it or received it quite yet. But yeah, Quiet Place 2 is hitting shelves this Tuesday, July 27th. And yeah, it's a long time coming for that. That movie was supposed to hit theaters March of last year, but COVID hit, and you know how that did with everything. So it got pushed back numerous times. It finally hit theaters this May, the end of May, and now it's hitting Blu-ray this month. So that was kind of a quick turnaround. I feel we just watched that. I do highly recommend that movie as well. Seeing that in theaters, I was on the edge of my seat. That movie was it had me. I was in it, and it rivals the first one. I feel it's head to head with that one. Going on from last week, this came out 2 weeks ago actually, but I just picked this one up. Mortal Kombat in 4K. Again, has a nice slipcover, and yeah, it's 4K release. I was a huge fan of Mortal Kombat growing up, the original 90s one. I know, super campy. Not everyone likes that movie. This one's a bit more on the nose of what Mortal Kombat would be. It's a bit more gore, a bit more fighting. I will say the storyline's probably not up to par. It's not the best but we don't watch these for storyline. I just want to see the fights and the gore and the fatalities, and this gave you that. I think the sequel, if there is a sequel, I think that one will give us a bit more. And this one also had a character in it I didn't really care for, like the main character Cole. He's not even in the video game, so. This one was fun. I had fun with it. I've seen it twice. I saw it on HBO Max, which it hit HBO Max in the theaters due to COVID. A lot of the WB features are on HBO Max if you are into the streaming thing. So is A Quiet Place 2, which is streaming on Paramount Plus. If you guys have that, I know there's hella streaming things back to that, but that's, it's a digital age. The last one I got last week here is something, like, if you guys follow me as well, I love slashers, and this is one of the slasher whodunit. It's about college kids and, like, a phone app. Basically, they get targeted by, under their Instagram posts with a exclamation mark, and then they get, like, hunted down. I don't want to spoil this one too much because this one is a whodunit. You gotta guess who the killer is. I will say I wish there was more kills in this movie. There's like maybe 2 or 3 people. Well, spoiler, I'm sorry. Maybe 2 or 3 people that get killed. Maybe more. But I will say with this one, there's a lot of scenes that were drawn out, in my opinion. I think you could have cut 25, 30 minutes off of this movie and it would have been solid. I do think it was pretty good. I'll give this a solid 3 out of 5. Due to the story, it was a little bit different, reinvented the slasher genre. The ending was kind of a twist. I didn't see that coming. This one was great, so I recommend The Initiation. It's a cool little fun slasher. Lionsgate put this one out. This one doesn't really have as much special features. I don't know what's going on lately with a lot of these releases aren't having as many special features. I don't know if they're like rushing these out because this did hit VOD a few weeks before it hit Blu-ray. But it does have Surviving Ice Initiation and another The Final Twist. It's like a post-production interview about the twist of the movie. And also, I didn't mention, all these do have digital copies, so if you guys do want to watch this, on the road, or if you, want to gift the digital copy, you could definitely, watch them on the run if you're that digital kind of person. But yeah, physical media is where it's at. Alright guys, this is the end of the first episode of Bluray Tuesday. You can follow me at Terrell88 if you guys want to still talk about the movies or tell us, what you guys picked up this week. I would love to talk about it. Bye!